I met Wade in 2018 on POF. He wrote me first, and I thought he was catfish. So we moved over to Snapchat, and then he sent me pictures that he had off of POF, and so I was like, no, those are off of POF. Send me real ones. And he sent me a picture, and I was like, oh my God, he's real. His looks. At first, he's 6'5". He had muscles, he had tattoos, he had these dimples, a beautiful smile. And that's what originally attracted me to him. But afterwards, what it was he was sweet, and he was kind, and he was understanding, and he understood that I had a child with special needs, and he's just, everything that he would say to me was like the perfect answer. And I asked him what his flaw was, because he's perfect. And he told me, I think he was 24 or 25 years old at the time. He told me that his only flaw was that he didn't have a good woman in his life. Yeah, he is. Anywhere we went, he didn't even know the people. We went to Winn-Dixie. He didn't even know them, and he was sitting there talking with them like they've been lifelong friends. And that's just how he is. But it's also because he's got that. He doesn't have that, like that mean face. He's got that face that's like, hey, how you been? And just strike up conversation with you. My sister, she had a high-risk pregnancy back in November of 2018. Yes, 2018. And I told him my sister's in the hospital, and she was going to be having her baby tomorrow. She's bleeding a lot. She's high risk. And I was going to take a train from West Palm Beach to Orlando, which would have taken about 4 hours. And Wade goes, can I take you? And I said, yeah, if you want, take me. And we drove all the way up to Orlando laughing. He was freestyling. Just, a good grand old time. So when we got to Orlando, he was going to originally just drop me off. And I said, do you want to meet my sister? Do you want to come inside? And he was like, yeah, I want to go in, but I don't know how your family would feel about that. And I told him, come on, you drove me all the way here. So we parked the car, we went, he met my sister, he met my entire family, and he met my new nephew. He held him, and it was, it was sweet that he was able to bring me all the way to Orlando.
Now let us debunk some lies, shall we?
Yes. So Wade texted me earlier in the day, and he asked me, can I come down there? I want to be with you. And I told him, of course, because I wanted to be with him too. So he's like, all right, I'm gonna get my stuff together, and then, we'll head down there. So I was like, all right, just, keep me in the loop. Let me know when, more or less when you'll be here. So around 2 a.m. he called me, and he said, hey, we're about to be there. You should head over there. So I headed over to the gas station, and when they pulled up, Kelly was driving. Wade was in the passenger seat. He got out. He went to go get his backpack, and you see Kelly, and she leans forward and she goes, please don't leave me. Please, I'll do anything. Just please don't go. And he said, no, Kelly, I'm done. I'm leaving. And, she's just begging him, please, please, please. And I could see Kelly clear as day. Gas stations, they got lights. So she didn't have any bruising. Her lip wasn't busted. She didn't look like she was a scared, battered woman or anything like that. She was fine. And when Wade and I were walking away, Kelly she didn't speed off like she was afraid for her life or anything like that. She drove off normal. No, she wasn't scared of him at all. She was literally begging him to please don't leave me. I'll do anything. She had her shirt on. She was fully clothed. She didn't look beaten. She didn't have a busted lip. Like if she had a busted lip, I think all of this would have. Wade's a big guy with a lot of power. If he would have hit her, all of this would have been swollen. I guess he was just really happy to see me, happy to get away from Kelly. And he didn't seem like he had just, tied someone up and, all of the things that she said that he did to her. He didn't seem like he did any of that. He seemed fine. And just happy to get away from her. So we went home. We sat outside, smoked a cigarette, talked a little bit, and just kind of catching up because we hadn't seen each other in maybe a few weeks or so. And then we went inside and we laid down, but that was it for that night, And then when we woke up, Kelly was messaging him, emailing him, and oh, I have your EBT card here. What's the code? Blah blah blah. Just trying to get him to respond to her. And I just kept telling him she'll eventually stop, but it didn't. That didn't happen. I want to say the next day or the day after, when she was able to figure out who I was, is when she started messaging me constantly. And even if I didn't reply, she would still one after another. And she kept blowing me up. She messaged me on two different Instagram accounts. She messaged me off of her Facebook account. She made another Facebook account and wrote me off of that one. So I want to say in total, maybe more than 500. Yeah, she reached out to my sister. She was like, do you know where Wade is? Do you know where your sister is? Do you know what they're doing? Oh, the detective needs to talk to him. Oh, detective's looking for your sister and this one and that one. And then just constantly harassing my sister to the point that she was like, what do you want me to do? And I was like, tell her where I'm at. And she did. So, yeah, every single day after, she was, writing him and saying, oh, I miss being on top of you and things like that. And she also said that if he wanted to trade nudes on Snapchat, that he could. I speak to Wade every day. Just basically, letting him know, everything's okay. I'm going to try and help him because I want to help him. Wade's a good person. And, everyone believes what they hear on the internet, that he's, such a bad person because nobody else has come forward because they're probably afraid of the backlash that they're going to receive. I don't care. I want Wade. I want people to know the person that he is and the person that I dated, and that he's not this monster that everyone is portraying him to be. He told me that he specifically told me to tell you guys that his Fundly is Save Wade Stephen Wilson, and his PayPal is just his name, Wade Stephen Wilson. For TikTok and for Instagram, it's going to be Wade Stephen Wilson Official, and then the backup page is Let Wade Wilson Live. So the best way that people can support him is by donating to the Fundly or the PayPal so that he could get new lawyers, a fair trial, and, get his fair shot. Yeah, he wanted me to give a shout out to Team Wade, to everyone that that's running his official Instagrams, TikToks, Fundleys, PayPal's, all of that. He wanted me to give a shout out to them because they're working day and night very hard for him, and he just wanted to thank them for all their hard work, and he also wanted to thank you guys as well for all your support and love.
Dated a person that unallows a
Hey guys, please report her because this is not true. Courtnie still supports Wade, and she will always do.
time I dated a person that unallows a
Hey guys, please report her because this is not true. Courtnie still supports Wade, and she will always do.
I was hoping this would kind of happen when I saw it came out. So this comment said, this just confirms his dad, your biological dad, doesn't care about him at all. Now he's just trying to make some money out of him. I feel for Wade. And it goes back because, like, today, clearly, with the your dad's interview dropping literally at the same time we dropped the Courtnie interview, it was not great. I'm going to be honest with you. I think you know that as well, too. He's a piece of shit. But
yeah,
people now are seeing through him, and they're like, wow, how can you talk badly like that, like, about this guy? Look at him. Like, look at the Courtnie video, and, like, how she paints him in this nice light. Like, how can you do that to your son?
Right.
So it's actually, like,
Right.
I had a feeling people are empathizing now, too, and they're like, wow, this is fucked up.
Listen, we got the whole world on our side. But guess what we need?
Yeah. Our shit keeps
what,
turning.
Jesse?
It's great.
Yeah, but guess what we need? We need to go crank
I know,
up.
money, dude. I know,
We got the no money. What are you doing?
I'm just laying down. What are you doing?
Just laying down. Can you tell me what else is going on with the video? I don't care about my dad's video. Fuck him. He's a fucking cocksucker.
Yeah, I know.
What about Courtney's
Of course,
video?
baby.
What about our shit?
It's going good, like I said. Hold on, I'll pull it up.
Fuck the other side. Our shit.
Our shit's way better. The Courtnie video has over 5,000 views. The Courtnie teaser trailer, though, the Courtnie teaser trailer for this interview, that's why I know this one's going to do good. It had over 87,000 views in a day. Yeah, so that's why I said I know.
You have 1 minute remaining.
That's why I know the interview is going to continue to grow because the teaser trailer already had 87,000 views. Like, you're almost at 20,000 followers. So I told her, I'm like,
yeah.
I'm just gonna.
Right.
Okay, ready for going on.
Yeah, good idea. Good idea.
Yeah. Have you spoken to Wade recently?
I speak to Wade every day. Just basically, letting him know, everything's okay. I'm going to try and help him because I want to help him. Wade's a good person, and everyone believes what they hear on the internet that he's such a bad person because nobody else has come forward because they're probably afraid of the backlash that they're going to receive. I don't care. I want Wade. I want people to know the person that he is, the person that I dated, that he's not this monster that everyone is portraying him to be.
And then real quick, she ends it with "Give It Up, Kelly," and it's a photo Kelly posted maybe 3 weeks ago, and it's to begin with, she's just ugly because she wears so much makeup. And her comment is, "I need a tattooed hand around my throat."
Right. Oh my God.
We're gonna fucking just.
Oh my God, this is fucking hilarious.
And then she ends it with "liar" on the back with her face and shit in the video. Liar. Let's fucking go. And it says, "We know the truth now."
Wow. She did it.
One. Holy shit. Damn. You fucking knocked it out of the park. I'm just pumping her up right now. Yeah, she fucking crushed it. It's hilarious, dude. That's fucking great. And then at the very end, it's the picture again of you sitting in Kelly's car just to fuck with her. And it says, "We know the truth now." I'm going to see if there's anything else. And then it just says save Wade at the end. This is gonna crush it. I can't fucking wait.
So tell me, like, visually how that looked. Besides Courtney being ugly as fuck. Right. But otherwise.
Hold on, sorry. I'm texting Val because it's nothing really. I'm in no way a professional editor. I'm like, boo, that's amazing. You did so fucking good. So fucking good. Such a great job. It's perfect. Let's destroy that bitch. Let's destroy.
Let's destroy that.
We always call her.
Yeah, that's like so fucking funny.
So visually, the biggest thing with Courtney is like I kept having to remind her of her posture and like not looking like a fucking troll. So like Val was like, ideally she would have been sitting at a table where we could hide the fat rolls. I'm like, ideally that would have been great, but Val, she had no table in her house. She legit had no table. I'm like, I tried to come to a hotel. Like I tried to get her to a hotel, but she couldn't. Yeah. It is what it is. But we did what we could with the best, and then she did the best with the audio because the kids were fucking screaming in the background. So I'm like, I know I didn't get the greatest footage to deal with, Val, but I'm like, you did such a good job. But most of it's Kelly talking, and then there's some nice pictures of you in between, and then it's just fucking roasting Kelly and her messages that she sent you. Yeah.
Okay.
I said, let's destroy that cunt. She goes, yes, please. Enough of her. I'm ready to post whenever. Ready to post whenever. Well, you let me know. We're going to fucking destroy her. I can't wait to tell you.
You better, come on, post that bitch. Please.
She just said, I'm not enthusiastic today. I'm like, are you okay? I'm not sure what's going on.
Who said that?
Val, she feels blue.
Why?
She just, I think, had a rough day. We've all honestly.
Guys. I mean, y'all gotta be understand. Like, she's upset. She's upset, y'all, because I mean, like I said, she finished the call. Okay, my bad. It's probably a few seconds left. Let me hold on. Those of y'all who just joined, that was the new call that dropped on YouTube. It was a call in regards from Jesse and Wade. They were talking mad shit about Courtney, about their highest donator. She donated $24,000 to his family, and they were talking, like, when I say bad, I mean like really ugly shit about pictures of her and just horrible. I am going to apologize to Kelly because I did not think that that's what that interview was all about.
Yeah.
And when I heard that yesterday, I was like, oh my God, I can't believe that they used me to do that. Because that wasn't my intentions.
Yeah.
And I do feel bad that that's what they used me for. So yeah, I'm gonna write Kelly later on today, and I'm gonna apologize to her for that, because it shouldn't have been like that.
How long, I mean, like you said, you were off and on, so I understand, but how long were you in communication with him?
So from September is when we started talking. The beginning of like October we were together.
2018?
Yeah.
Okay, so that falls right in line with the same time that he met Kelly.
Yeah.
On Plenty of Fish as well, when he was living at the halfway house.
And then we broke up in April. So like he came back to be with me in February. From February to April.
Mm-hmm.
And then we broke up because, I already aired it out on TikTok, but like it wasn't really relevant to the case, and I didn't want people to view him in a bad light. But it's already out there. Yeah, but I mean, the amount of pictures that she has of him. I mean, pictures don't mean shit. It could have all been taken the same day. But I have months and months and months of messages, phone calls, pictures, phone calls, everything with him.
So is it safe to say that Kelly is trying to be like a little vindictive, like and trying to like kind of poke you when it comes to like having the one up? Because that's what it seems like.
Yeah, and she,
Like,
I mean, she does hate me, huh?
I said even now, even after everything's said and done, it seems like she still has this chip on her shoulder.
Yeah, and I mean, if you guys listen to her story time, she never mentions me. She says, "Oh," and then she completely goes over me and mentions the guy. And then when I come out, that's when she starts mentioning me.
Right, because in her storyline, she had him, Sarah had him, she had him, then he left her for
like
you.
after that, I broke up with him because he was supposed to come and see. I was getting pictures of him and another guy. So you're a liar and you're gay. And
going up to the murders. So when did you find out about the murders, Courtnie?
I believe it was the day, October 7th. I wrote him and I was like, "What the hell happened?" And I never heard anything from him. Yep. And I never heard anything from him. And then I think like the next day or the day after that, she was already on the news saying that, if the cops would have done their job, they could have prevented these murders and blah, blah, blah. And that's why she was going after the police department.
Okay. I mean, I do stand by if the cops would have done their job because they could have still held him on the charges that Mila dropped. So in my mind, Lee County is still at fault. Not that he did what he did, in my opinion, but Lee County should have held him on those charges. That's just me, though.
Well, I mean, when I saw Kelly, she was fine. There was no busted lip. She said that, oh, he stuck a sock in my mouth. He stuck my leggings in my mouth. He covered, he cut my clothes off and, used my clothes to tie me up. And then it was grocery bags. But when she pulled up, she was fully clothed.
Okay.
And there was no bruises or anything. And my story has stayed consistent throughout this entire thing.
I mean, that's where it helps to have both sides of the story, and for you to be able to speak your truth on it.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't know if y'all have seen the picture. They call me weird and they call me crazy for having pictures from 5 years ago. But there's literally, I sent it to, your name's Dylan, right?
Yeah. It's literally called an iPhone and it stores all of our photos. I don't know why they would think that's weird.
Right.
But
yeah. Well, I sent him a picture that someone sent me on TikTok, and it's literally Kelly bent over having sex with Wade.
Oh yeah, I seen that. I'm not going to drop that, but I'm glad you mentioned it. I showed it to Griselda. Yeah,
and I went to that TikTok, and you said you're not dropping it?
I don't know. I don't think we should because it's like revenge porn.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, are you gonna edit this part out?
No, we'll keep it in here. We're being authentic.
Oh,
DBS,
I respect.
Hey, I respectfully. Oh, for real. Yeah, that's right. It's on TikTok.
Yeah,
That's right.
no, it's on TikTok. It's still there. I found it. I'm not saying where, but I found it. Like it's come across my own feed.
And she sells her OnlyFans as if Wade Wilson is like the man that's still in it right now. Like,
yes.
She doesn't even have men that go to her OnlyFans. Y'all know that, right? It's all women.
Yeah.
She definitely cleaned up good for her OnlyFans. I still think that she is a victim. Just the only reason why is because the case that he got found not guilty is very similar to the Kelly. Everything lines up with that. But you said that you seen her. She was not frantic. She was just wanting way to get back in the car, and she didn't have nothing in her mouth. So, and you've had the same consistent story.
Yeah, she was fine. And if something did happen, I wouldn't have stood by him.
Well, yeah, I mean, if I had seen somebody's girl sitting right there and he's about to come with me and she's beaten and battered, I would be like, whoa, I don't know if I trust you to like come with me now. Like that little light bulb would go off.
Yeah, and like literally her face was fine. Then she sent me pictures of like her lip busted, a small bruise on her chin, and that was it. Then, a few days later she posted a picture and she was fine. She cut her hair, she dyed it brown, she took her piercings out, and there was nothing wrong with her. And I also have the picture of that.
Courtnie coming with receipts. Girl, I thought I was bad about receipts.
I have everything from 2018 to 2019. I have all of that.
The reason that everyone
I do too, though.
has this hate for you is because you're giving a positive story of Wade Wilson. You had a positive experience with it, and they can't fathom it. They want you to come out and just bash him.
I wrote him, I think, like 4 times before he even wrote me back. But the first thing that he wrote me back was, hey, listen, the Funley isn't a fraud. Or some shit like that. And I was like, I never said it was a fraud. And then he started, text, like writing me every day, and because he needed something and he needed me to make Jesse look good.
Mm-hmm.
And then that the picture that I posted where he was like, oh, don't say anything badly at all, and if you don't fix this by today, I won't be happy. And I told him, I was like, excuse me, like I don't remember everything that I wrote in that one, but the next one, I told him fuck off, fuck Jesse, and fuck your team, fuck them. They haven't done shit for you. They've gone live 3 times. I went live every fucking day pushing that Funley. pushing the petitions, pushing everything. Your girlfriend didn't do shit for you, and people won't like to say that I'm jealous.
Said that before. I want to say this though. I want to get to the psyche of why. Like, why are you helping Wade? Do you think he's innocent?
Up until phone calls from prison dropped the confession that I was listening to it on a FaceTime call with my friend Tiff, and I was listening to it and I started to cry because it's terrible, and that phone call is damning. But I do honestly believe that his lawyers didn't try, and I don't believe in the death penalty. So that's another reason why I'm also fighting. I believe he deserves a fair trial, but I also don't believe in the death penalty. So I don't. Wade was my friend, and
Right, you personally knew him before this. It's not like the girls that are swooning over him on the internet that didn't know him.
Exactly, yeah. So I don't want him to die. I had Steve on my lives before, and I asked him, and I started to tear up. I was like, "But Steve, I have a question. You don't think that he's afraid to die? Like, that's scary." And he goes, "Are you afraid to die?" And I'm like, "Of course." And he goes, "Okay, so then he is too, but he's not doing this because he's afraid to die. He's doing this because he wants to be free and he wants to continue doing his drugs and doing everything." And that may be true, but still, at the end of the day, he's my friend. I'm pissed off at him right now, but he's my friend, and I don't want to see him die.
If Wade Wilson had this funding money out on the outside, he would already be.
Yeah. I believe that 100%. I just after that, I just want him to have a fair trial. Even if he is guilty or not, he still deserves a fair trial. Honestly, I don't think that, Steve said that they heard the phone calls and that they heard the confession. So that's partly why they did give him the death penalty. But also, two of those jury members couldn't even speak English.
Would that help him though?
I'm just trying to get. Yeah, I know. That's what I'm just trying. I'm trying to get a better understanding. What is it that you think that is unfair, and what is it about the trial that you saw was unfit?
Well, his lawyers falling asleep. They didn't even fight for him, and at the end, his lawyer even said, "Yeah, he's guilty."
So I've been in trials before. I've been in a lot of different situations. I was on trial for
I was fighting so hard. Maybe I should have done more research or whatever, but I was fighting for my friend. And even though I'm mad at him right now, he's still my friend, and I don't want to see my friend die.
Well, I just want to just get a better understanding. So what would it take for him not to be your friend? Like, what would he have to have done for him not to be a friend?
Say something about my children. That's one thing I don't play with. I love my children with my entire with everything in me. And when people say things about my kids, and I told him this, I said, people have told me that you should have, and I said unalive, but people told me that you should have killed me, that you should kill my kids, that you should run them over until they look like spaghetti, that they wish that he would have strangled me and he would have killed me. And these are the non-supporters. These are the Wade haters. And they tell me this, and I tell them, what makes you any better than him, wishing death upon me, wishing death upon my innocent babies? And I told him all of that, and he understood. But if he would ever say anything about my children, that would be the end of my rope. It's done with me. But Jessie will fall off because she's not going to wait. Let's say he doesn't get life. Let's say he gets his retrial, whatever, and he doesn't get life or he doesn't get the DP. He still is going to have to serve time for smuggling in drugs and for trying to escape. And then right now, Jessie, I did, and I've talked to Melissa, her friend, and I have told her, I'm so sorry for what happened to your son. And up until, like I said, up until the phone calls, I believed the story that Jessie spun, and it's not too far off because just recently there was 5 human traffickers in the Keys that were arrested, and so I was like, oh shit, he was telling the truth. So it's not too far off to believe, and we have a Discord. I don't really use it because I don't know how the fuck to use it. When I started, I was fucking reckless.
You and Kelly both were going off on each other, though. There was, and let's get to the racism around the case. So there's a text message with Kelly allegedly that has some racist content. And another thing too, there was a dating site where it showed Wade Wilson put in the bio white women only, and you're not all the way white, right? You're half Hispanic.
I'm Cuban Mexican.
Okay, Cuban. Okay, so is that true? What was your perception of him in the racism aspect? Is that Kelly text message real?
Yes.
So she said the ER word, DBS. You're not gonna like that, bro.
With the black chick that worked at the customer service office, and they were kicking it up like they were best friends. So I never saw him, turn his nose up to anyone of a different race. Never saw him look at them different.
Is that Kelly text message real?
Yes.
So she said the ER word, DBS. You're not gonna like that, bro.
Hard R.
Yeah, with the hard R.
Oh, we're on the subject.
You you fucked a N word with a hard R word. That he fucked that he fucked a girl like that, and then and I was like, oh,
That's
so
Lee
you're
County for you.
racist. And she goes, yep, and so is he. And I can send you guys a screen recording of it because it got taken down off of TikTok. That's why my original account is like just sitting there, because if I get one more, it's gone.
They could. Hey, bro. But me and all my niggas wishing you would. But really, I'll tell you up front, nigga, you shouldn't. Cause I'm a real killer, I wish you would. And all my dogs really bout it. And yo bitch, yeah, she bout it. Suck my dick, she bout it. Don't talk, just swallow, don't talk about it. I'm riding out, these niggas styling, but I'm freestyling, I'm too wild. A white boy, but you know I'm way too wild with these niggas, and you know my niggas all about style. So I'm rolling up in new bands with a new watch, with a new bitch, and I don't stop. She suck my dick and go straight to the top like NASA boy, and I don't quit. Fuck you, bitch, and everybody. I'm doing me, so I'm styling, bitch. You can suck my dick, that's for everybody. I'm doing me, getting money, freestyling. I don't write nothing. Real life, I done been through it, so what you write don't mean nothing. I'm about my styling. I'm about your bitch for real. I hit her one time, don't steal. She came to you, she don't lie, she don't squeal. Fuck 12 boy, and you know that I'm real. Getting to the money and I'm popping a pill. When I'm loaded, I'm drinking for real. With your bitch, she suck it for real. I don't wanna fuck, need some. She came to. I'm just doing me and for real. Me on all my dogs, we down to. And if you rob, but we down to steal. And if you say you about money, we down. Don't fraud me while I'm coming to your crib. She had to get hit every crib. When I come by, I burn it, then I run. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna do it.
Okay, so let's get into Jessie now. So Miss Jessie, in your relationship, it started off as she was a different name. Recently she did apologize for that. I don't know if you've seen that.
It's a bullshit fucking apology.
Okay, so you still feel a type of way about Jessie and the Funley and her relationship with Wade?
Yes, because when I first met her, she was a Marine. And then, she came into my home. She said it was for her friend.
Yeah, this is fucking wild. This story you got, this is some real CIA secret shit. This bro is fucking sneaky.
She drove 6 hours to my house.
Dedicated.
With a ring light and her phone set up and everything. Like, it took 4 hours for us to do the whole thing for like a 30-minute video. Or not even like 10 minutes. And
did she compensate you at all? Like, or was it just?
No, it was free. I've never been paid for anything. I've never been offered money. I've never been offered to, I'll pay you to do this or anything. Like, I'm not getting paid for this either. Like, I'm not looking for.
You should get paid from Netflix, and if they might not do it because of. I think your situation is. Yeah, they don't want to mess with because the victims, bro. At the end of the day, this actually goes against their argument. You know what I mean? The narrative. Yes, exactly.
Yeah, it's not really narrative, it's facts, but it's also a narrative with facts.
While we're bringing that up, there's been a text message that goes around saying that you admitted, like it's supposedly a text message from you, saying that he did choke you one time. Is that real?
No, because if you look at my page, I have 1,000 followers and I'm following 1,000. On that page, it did use my kids' pictures and it used my picture, but there is 1,000 followers and that's it. I can even show you a screenshot where it says 1,000 followers and I'm following 1,000 people. And it's not that I started recently, adding a bunch of people to make it look real. No, it's been like that for years. I've had that same Facebook for 12 years and I've had to make it extremely private because people were looking up my name. There is a confidential case.
Yes.
Against me and Kelly.
Do you have any information on that, or are you not able to speak on that right now?
I haven't. So I requested the information yesterday, and it's still pending.
Oh wow!
You should have been served with something, though, right?
I'm guessing. I mean, I've gone down to my mailbox plenty of times. Still haven't received anything.
And you said there's cases pending. You said from where? Do you know? Is it civil? Is it criminal?
From Lee County. I have no idea. I know that the letters in the case number is like at the end. It's like DR for both Kelly and I.
Okay, I looked that up. That's domestic.
Clear something up. Nobody got jumped.
I don't think that other accounts, because the Wilson has 2 ends.
And I want to clear something up. Nobody got jumped.
No, that's been debunked.
Okay, those bruises were not from somebody getting jumped. The
tape around the stitches was days old.
Yeah, we're not stupid. They were doing it to get the heat off of Jessie. This poor team member got hurt. No, nobody got hurt. But yeah, I did, because he pissed me. He's pissed off at me right now. Whatever, so fucking be it. But when Jessie falls back, I'm still gonna be there because he's my friend.
And he was your friend before this happened. So I've never been.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, like I said, he's my friend,
And if he did reach out to me and he said, look, I'm sorry for what I said and everything, I'll still be here because I can only imagine what it's like to be where he's at right now.
I know I would still want somebody to talk to me, and I'm sure everybody would. So, there are gonna have to, not to say there has to be people that, but there are gonna be people that are willing to talk to you no matter what you did.
Yeah, and there's women that are just out there that want him to be free because they want to be with him and because they think he's hot. I obviously I would like for him to be free, but as well, right now I just want him to have a fair trial, like I said in the beginning. Even if he doesn't get out, if they give him life, I would feel better knowing that he's not going to die by someone else's hands. Person is he's a soul fly. He loves being around people, and if he goes to jail for life, he'll most likely kill himself.
I remember him saying that to Steve, right?
Yeah, because in solitary confinement for the rest of his life.
Right.
Custody.
Well, hopefully, I mean, he does come around to the point where, like, they change things to where he can be in the day room with other people now. Because you can tell, like, in his calls, especially the more recent ones, whenever he is on suicide watch and stuff, like, it's really getting to him. Like, you can hear it, that he needed to be around people and have more interaction than he was getting.
Yeah, and you could, like, I know him. I know his laughs. I know everything. And you can hear in, like, some of the calls that his laughs are fake and forced.
When it's that real, like, maniacal one, that's the one that, like, you're not sure if it's real or not.
Do you think Kelly is a victim?
To be honest, no. I think she's doing it for fame.
Do you think Mila's a victim?
Okay, so here's the problem with that. So she said that he got there around 8:45. She was on the phone call with the cops around like I think it was like 8:45 that he got there. 8:48 she was calling the cops, and then they got there like 5 minutes later. And in that time he had already left. So in those 3 minutes he was able to do all of that. When she passed the cop in the video, her nose wasn't broken, it wasn't swollen, it wasn't bleeding, it wasn't anything. Wade's a big fucking guy and she looks like she's a small girl. If he would have hit her in her nose, he would have broke her nose. And yeah, they did say, oh, you took that punch like a champ. But I mean, maybe he did hit her trying to either get her out of the way because he didn't put the car in park. I don't know. I don't know if she's a victim or not. If she is, then, my bad on my part for speaking about her, but I can't speak on Mila, but I can speak on Kelly.
What about Lorenzo and but was there during the crimes? Because they're saying that it was something else and they wanted him to confess to the murders.
So you're talking about when he did the confession, right?
Yeah. They and that's what Jesse was saying. Wade laid this all out too. Wade said the same. It's like the same little script they have.
Like a forced confession.
Yeah. So basically, what they were saying was that if he didn't admit to the murders, that they were going to kill his family and they were going to go after everyone he loved. And so he loves his mother and his father and his sisters. So they said that that's why he did that. And then it was an electrical fire from the like hot water heater or something, and his parents' house caught on fire while they were in there. And that was the day that he put in a not guilty plea. Now, I don't know.
Coincidence.
Do you believe in a coincidence like that, though? Like the same day he puts in a guilty plea, his parents' house catches on fire?
Obviously seen the evidence, but I'm just doing the strange embers devil's advocate at this moment. I'm just trying to dig deep of the mindset of it. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, when Jessie went on to Strange Embers, she trash talked about me, and she trash talked my friend Tam.
Would you sign the Netflix deal?
Yes, but just so that other people that aren't on TikTok and aren't on all of that. I mean, I wouldn't take any cash for it. I just want people to know that, like, he's not the monster that everyone has perceived him to be, that there was also a good side. And his mom did an interview with Jessie, that poor woman, and she was just talking about her son, and I would want
people. Buy your mom, right?
Yeah. But if I would sign one, yes, but I don't want money for this. I don't want money for anything. I just would like people to know the person that he was, that he wasn't this monster that, like people say, oh, in the pictures that I have of him, his eyes are soulless. No, he had a lot of light behind his eyes. He's got brown eyes, so you can't see them, but like he wasn't soulless, and he was a good person to me. And that's the only thing that I would want to get out. I'm not looking for fame. I'm not looking for fortune or anything like that. I just want people to know that he's a good person. And that's the person. And he's not the same person now. He's definitely hardened because of what he's had to endure. And I think anybody who's been to jail or prison and have to do long time, like, long bid, it changes you, and it's definitely changed him.
No, absolutely, it definitely does.
But I'm like Kelly. I think Kelly was doing this for to get a Netflix deal or to talk to Bunny or whatever. And I'm not looking for any of that. I don't care. I'm not looking to get famous. And Wade said I was using him to get famous. First of all, you're not a superstar. You're not an actor or anything. You're not famous. You're infamous, is what someone said.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah, it's not gonna last long.
And I've argued with him, and the only thing that he would do is he would walk up into my face, and then I would shut up, and then he would kiss me. So he never put his hands on me to shut me up. It was just coming up into my space and then shutting me up with a kiss. That was it. He never put his hands on me. And you can look me up. You can look at my last arrest was a VOP, but the arrest before that was I didn't stab my sister. I cut her. There's a big difference. But so he never showed that side to me. I never saw that side. I never saw him. I never saw the light go out in his eyes and his eyes went completely dark. I never saw that. And I'm not saying it couldn't happen, because like you said, it could have, went from a kiss to a headbutt or whatever, but it never got that far with me. Yeah, and I just wanted to get my story. I didn't expect it to be this big, and I just thought it was just going to be like a quick little story time and boom, be done with it, and people were going to run with it and whatever. But people had questions, and I answered, and from the beginning, I was transparent, even when I was at the hospital. And Wade, he's charismatic, he's charming,
He knows what he's doing.
Yeah, and a lot of women they don't. The women that are talking to him shouldn't be, oh, she's so fucking disgusting, she's this, she's that. At the end of the day, those calls were private, and they never thought that they would get out. Now Jesse's, I'm all for hers coming out because she's a fucking snake and she's a liar. But those other women, some of the things that like Kristen said, talking about the victims, that's disgusting, and I have no respect for her for that, because they're victims. You don't talk about a victim. They're not here to defend themselves.
Right.
And so some of the things that she said, but at the end of the day, like she knew what she was doing when she put her children on the phone.
Mm-hmm.
She was what she did was disgusting. But these other women, some of them didn't care that he could have possibly, been, oh, he's not convicted yet, and innocent till proven guilty, whatever. And they had phone sex with him. They sent him money. More power to you, whatever. But for them to talk shit about those women, like, I don't think that's right. But for Jesse's, I'm all for hers coming out, because she's not a victim of Wade. Like, she knew what she was doing. She did this whole, oh, we're gonna open up a fundly in this woman's name, but I'm gonna have access to it, and then talking shit about the women that were donating. Like, that's fucked up. And the only reason why she doesn't want more calls released is because there's more to come with Jesse, and it's gonna be worse.
Mm-hmm.
I have a feeling that it's going to be a lot worse. And
I think they're going to be a lot more incriminating than whenever I speculated that they were trying to jailbreak his tablet.
Yeah. And also, I think that the reason why Kelly doesn't want hers to come out is because she's married.
Right.
She doesn't want her husband to find out that she was possibly having phone sex with this man.
If anybody has seen where I say that is an infidelity, like frowned upon in the military, that is allegedly. Pay attention to where I put the word allegedly, because we do not know.
Yeah. No. Everything's alleged, but I believe that that's why Kelly doesn't want her calls to come out.
Right. What my goal is behind this, and people have been like, what are you trying to do? Like, I want to there was a whole team behind this. It wasn't just Jesse. There was a whole team playing in this, right? I want all of them to be known. That's what my goal is right now. And my other goal is, how many other people have we stopped from communicating with him to get sucked into this? Because if you look at it, in 3 months, 70% of these girls were engaged to this man.
Him to get a fair trial. And, with that confession, it makes him look guilty.
Absolutely.
It's a damning piece of evidence. Rikers jails are filled with people who give false confessions all the time. Like 75% of them are in jails for false confessions. But even all over the world, false confessions happen all the time.
So the last time I talked to Wade was September 22nd.
Okay.
So
Is there anything? We haven't heard the call. I haven't even checked. It's just,
I think at the just at the end, he was like, "Do you love me?" And I was like, "Mm-hmm." And he said, "Say it." And I said, "I love you." That was it.
oh shit, man. He still had the hold of me, man. Fuck.
Yeah, what's he talking about? I can't
So
see it.
so he's like, "Oh, I was surprised to see your phone call on Zap Girl's live yesterday. I thought you were done with him after he insulted you." So first of fucking all, when I talked to him was September 19th. And I have the fucking screenshot to prove that.
I think you
September
mentioned that when you
19th.
came up and talked to us too.
Yes. He insulted me afterwards because he wanted me to go on a live and say that, oh, I support Jesse, I support his team, I support Wade, blah, 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 blah. I wasn't going to do that. So he got mad and he told me that that he didn't support me anymore, blah, blah. And you know what? Hold on. I can tell you that the last the last time we stopped talking, y'all can still hear me, right?
Yeah, you're
But
just in and
this
out for some reason.
this is what I noticed with people being upset with you. Okay, so they say the whole reason that you stopped talking to Wade was because he called you names, like he called you ugly and stuff. It wasn't nothing to do with the case or anything like that.
No.
About your children or something. It was something like that. I remember.
They were talking about my children and they were talking about me being fat, but excuse me, bitch, I had a child a year ago. What was your excuse for being fat your whole fucking life? And so the last time I talked to Wade was September 22nd. Yeah, just at the end, he was like, "Do you love me?" And I was like, "Mm-hmm." And he said, "Say it." And I said, "I love you." That was it.
Oh shit, man. He still had the hold of me, man. Fuck.
A lot of people hate me, and then there's a lot of people who love me. And at the end of the day, I really don't give a fuck.
Do you regret going at Kelly though? Kelly with the Y, the victim Kelly?
No.
I mean, she took herself, separated herself from the situation. I haven't seen her around. I know that you two had a back and forth. I know that was your first, but that was like, that was the beef, and that was the whole reason you did the interview with Jesse to get at her, right?
No, what my interview was for was my experience with Wade. She did it so that they could, make a dig at Kelly. I had no idea that that was going to go on. I just sent her everything I had, and I did tell her. I said she did contact us the day after and continued to harass us. And then she was like, "Oh, can you? She's good at what she does. She's a manipulator." She was like, "Oh, can you send that to me?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure, of course." To Kelly. Well, that's because I was there and you guys weren't. I mean, okay, listen. If you all go back to Kelly's channel, go back to her first interview, right? She's going to completely skip over me. She never mentions me. She never mentions the gas station, right? And then when I came out, then that's when she starts mentioning me. That's when she starts mentioning the gas station. Why would she completely skip over something that was so important? I'm not saying that I'm important, but the gas station is important. He left you that night. And you're not going to mention that? You're not going to mention any of that. You're just going to mention the assault, but you're not going to mention that the night that he supposedly assaulted you, that he left you that night. You're not going to mention any of that. She skipped over me and went straight to Chris. She said she was with him for 8 months, but if you look at the timestamps of when they were together, it was like 2 to 3 months.
Now Chris is
Well, he stayed clean the time that we were together.
How long was that?
Well, we were together for 6, 7 months.
I could have sworn you said there was a whole bunch of times that he was using behind your back and he was like telling me he can do that, and then he
I
left.
know he did not. No, he did not use while he was with me. I'm a former addict. I'm a former addict.
Damn, 7 months I was together. I thought it was a lot shorter than that.
No.
I thought it was like on a visit, like he come by and swing by, y'all do your thing, and then he go back to his life.
You can be in a relationship and not live together.
Oh, that's okay. However you justify it. Yeah.
He did live in Marathon when I lived in Key West. Well, not Marathon, Conkey.
yeah, that's when he was fucking around with Eric down there.
You definitely had some other things that were like controversial about, like the only way you would stop fucking with him if you said something about your kids or something, which is wild. But there's a lot of other reasons that you should have like thought of before that. But I get it. But
Christine, I've talked to Melissa. I told her, and I've even told her to apologize to the boys for me. But and I talked to Mila, and I have apologized to her for everything that I put her through. But with Kelly, I will stand on everything that I say. That Kelly is not a victim. I saw her face. I heard her begging for him to come back into the car. Please don't leave me.
Well, that's victim mentality, though, right? Even if you're getting abused, you're still gonna not want him to leave.
If her face was busted up, I would have saw her face. Her face was not busted up.
Yeah, I don't. This is the thing, right? I know there's been other lies that Kelly's lied about, but when it comes to like, we know who Wade Wilson is, so it's hard. Again, it's and this is my opinion. I think that did happen to Kelly because we've seen what he's done. We've seen even him go through court. I mean, he was found not guilty through the whole, the Tallahassee incident, right? Leon County, whatever. But it's just, yeah, it's very hard for me to not call her, like, she's definitely in my eyes a victim. Mila's a victim. But I understand that you two had beef and you were there and you said that you've seen her face, but there might have been other times. Playing the victims, like who is playing a victim?
Hey, listen, man. For me, it was real convenient for Mila to play the victim, bro.
Well, Mila 100% is a victim.
Yeah.
She also plays a victim too, bro.
Man, there's a lot.
Say that because you got a dick. See, if you didn't have a dick and you're living in that life, there's a whole lifestyle behind it too. It's hard to leave, bro. Let's just face it. Emotions are involved. You can't blame it. What you're doing is victim shaming. You're victim blaming.
Hey, look, man.
She wrote, "You can and you speak about my business and told people to harass me." I didn't talk. I
As
never
a joke. That was as a joke, and I didn't think that someone was going to go to your job. I didn't think that people were going to call your business. After I say that, it's out of my hands. It's not like I am putting a pew up to their head and saying, you better call her business before I unalive you. No, people have their own minds and they can do anything. It was a joke, and I didn't think that people were going to take it seriously. That's why that's about your business, but you're talking about my kids, little babies, little children that have nothing to do with this.
Mila's back
so
now.
when people talk about my kids and saying, not that you said it, but other people.
How does it feel to have the tables turned on you?
To talk about kids? Really?
Yes,
to talk
I hear
about
them
little
in the
babies?
background.
So what?
I hear them in the background. You should probably be taking care of them, and obviously
they're fine. They're fine.
I'm sure that they're fine hearing about the gruesome things that you say online with them in the background.
They're fine.
Sure. No,
they're fine.
I don't
understand that. They are fine. They are fine. They're perfectly fine right now. I see my children. They're fine.
Yeah, that is your opinion because it is wrong. So whatever.
I have the screen recording, so of course I'm not gonna apologize, and I'm not gonna say anything. I don't have anything to say to you, so that's why I was keeping quiet.
You have enough to say about me.
You spoke about my children.
No, I spoke about you as a mother.
No, you spoke about my children, and that's unacceptable. Where's your child?
I spoke about you as a mother.
Where is your child?
I spoke about you as a mother, not
Where is your child? Because you were talking about my kids. I have the screen recordings. You were talking about my children.
And
so where is your child, Mila?
You're going to court, Courtney, because you committed a crime. So
no, I didn't.
You didn't.
Yes, you did.
What do you wanna? How do you?
State's attorney is after you right now. So
for what? Because I didn't do shit.
Third degree felony cyberbullying.
I wasn't cyberbullying anybody. I was doing what the entire internet was doing.
We have proof. Okay.
Okay. Cool.
Okay.
She has proof too. So.
So you can add them. Because
I would not be talking about her name if she was not talking about my name.
And I
in the beginning.
understand that, but Courtney,
and so let's come correct, please. And let's understand
absolutely.
If she didn't start causing chaos with my work, I would not even be speaking her name. So she's the reason I'm speaking her name. That's the reason.
So I just want to emphasize this to you.
I would love you to say anything.
And if Courtney made a joke, and I was not privy to that conversation. I was not on the live with her at that point. But if Courtney made a joke and people took off with it, listen, I don't know if you do Reddit, but Reddit, if you would have to go after every single person on Reddit.
Do any of this social media because I'm not a freaking loser. So I don't do this. I'm
so
only
we're
on
losers
here.
because we do social media.
If you're not like gaining monetary like gains from this, I think that you have way too much time on your hands to follow me. And people say they look at every picture of mine. I read your guys' comments. You look at every picture of mine on social media. You know all about my ex-husband. You know all about this and all about that. You guys have fully investigated me, and it's not fair. And yes, I will say no. I will not be disrespectful like that. But the people that comment me, you have to understand where I'm coming from as well. I get threats from all around the world, and it's not cool. And I also see the comments. You guys have to understand where I am coming from, okay? I did not sign up for this. I did not want this life. I've not asked for this. I am thrown in the crossfire, okay? Please show me some respect, please. That's all I'm asking for.
Victimize somebody else. You can't claim to be a victim and then victimize somebody else, Mila.
No, I would not even know her name had she not said mine. So that's why I know her name. Okay. So
you wouldn't have known Courtney's name?
Why would I?
Why would I? You didn't know Courtney?
Why would I?
Okay, that's interesting.
Why would I know her name? Wade surely never spoke of her.
Okay.
And I don't know why you keep saying the same things. As soon as I get on any freaking social media of this kind, people stop talking, and they have a lot to say behind my backs. So
she didn't want to. We haven't said anything. Katie is in my group as well. Hey, Katie. Hello. We haven't said anything. And when people bring your name up, we say don't bring up names.
Okay, good. Thank you for adjusting that, because that was not true before.
And again, since we've come on and we've reevaluated, we've looked at everything, it's not fair to say people's names. So
Okay,
again, it's not an attack on you.
Joke caused a lot of harm.
I know her before, and it was an error, or, she said she was saying a joke, whatever. Again, I wasn't in that live. I can't attest to that. I cannot defend her on that. I can know what Courtney, and I know what she said.
Well,
but
joke.
You continually do it every single time you have an interview. Courtney's name comes up, and you continually trash her.
A joke caused a lot of harm. Okay.
Okay.
I'm not blaming everything on Courtney. I'm blaming her for what she did. Is that not so absurd that you can understand that?
No, how do you know it didn't actually come from her?
Because it's on a live that she produced harassment to me.
But not everybody was on that live. That has probably harassed you.
You guys are so silly. Do you hear yourself? Come on, please, somebody with a brain, get on here. It doesn't matter if everybody
all of the insults that you have, Mila.
You just come on here. You just come on here. Like, we were trying to be respectful to you.
Very respectful. We haven't raised our
You are
voice.
not respectful to me at all.
You've been without brains and all kinds of things.
You're saying silly things. How do I respond to this? You're saying not everybody was on that live. It doesn't matter if one person or 1,000 people was on it. She still said it. It still happened, and I still had the end result that I had with thousands of phone calls. Okay, and it doesn't matter. Okay, that's what happened. That was what was done.
Pinpoint it on one person.
I will welcome that with open arms. Please send it my way. Okay,
because it's. The problem is that it's continuing where it has not continued with Courtney. And again, I can't validate. She said that. I never heard that. I wasn't all alive.
Draw a freaking truce already, okay? I don't give a shit. You guys draw a truce, okay? Stop using my name. I'll stop using your name. Give it a rest, you guys. I have better things to do with my freaking life, okay? If you guys are this hung up about what I say, draw a freaking truce, okay? Fine. I admit my mistakes, and I'm sure that if given the opportunity, she would probably too, but she would probably not. But I will accept an apology that I was not given, and that is me being a huge human being. and I'll go with that. So,
and you can offer the same apology to her for your words.
okay, Courtney, I publicly apologize for what I've said to you. I publicly do it. Okay.
That's very good. Thank you very much. That's very respectful.
Yes, and I am a respectful person, and I
Like if Mila came into mine, and people were trash talking her or whatever, I would, if anybody came into my box and started doing that, no, Jess, you're probably blocked. But if people started coming into my box and attacking her, I would immediately kick them out.
Right.
And if they were in the chat being disrespectful too, they would get muted, because whatever I had against Mila in the beginning was just really going off of what everybody else, just join the bandwagon, but she doesn't deserve it, and that's why I did apologize, because she did not deserve it. She apologized for talking about my kids. I apologize for everything that I have done, making a bad joke, and then I just didn't expect people to run with it the way that they did.
People are just going to be the way they are.
There are crazy people, Mama Lisa, on the internet. Crazy.
I have mad respect for you. You know what?
Yeah, I think Jella should apologize to Mila too. Yes, she should.
Absolutely. 110%.
Was she the one that was going off on her?
No, Jella went into her spa. Little crazy gal. Do you remember that? Do you remember when we were on live and I made that joke? And I said, oh, we should call the spa, but I laughed about it. And she jumped in the box and she goes, I'm on my way to her spa right now. And I thought she was joking. So I was like, are you really? And she goes, yeah, I'm almost there. But when she was talking to, when she was talking to someone in there, I didn't hear anybody, so I thought she was lying. Thank you, Chelsea. Yeah, but I thought she was lying.
Wow.
I didn't think that she was really telling the truth.
She said she went in there and asked for a job.
She did.
No.
Yeah, that was confirmed to me yesterday.
My question
And
is,
I showed you the proof of it. So.
okay, but hear me out. I want y'all to hear me out. I don't
we
know.
weren't even going at you. Why are you up here?
Huh? I
That's the
get
only
you.
reason
So here, I'm going to say this and I'm going to dip out.
Thank God.
And like Coral said, she said, who are you to mention Steve? You don't know Steve or talk to Steve. I've had Steve in my lives, and he has always come into my life with respect. He's never been disrespectful.
I've never seen him disrespectful anywhere. He's great.
And the only time that I have heard him, get loud is when V was in my live and she was talking a whole bunch of mess, and Steve came up and he was like, and he started to go off on her, and rightfully so. And I'm glad he came in, because I just sat back and I listened and I watched it all unfold. And that is the day that Team Wade came crashing the fuck down.